Hey everybody. Well, I think it's time to give you guys an update on what's happening with the Garden Railroad as we approach the mid to late summer mark here. We haven't posted that much, unfortunately, but we hope to get a few more Garden Railroad videos out here before the end of the summer. But anyway, let's take a walk around and let's see what's new since our last update. Okay, so we'll just start from one end and we'll just move our way around the railroad here. So the first thing we did was we created this little dino park area here. So we had some dinosaurs in here and then that little action figure of Owen Grady from Jurassic World. And so this year we kind of expanded on this concept here by creating Dino Park. And so we've got this little sign here that says Dino Park. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. And then we've got another one facing this way here. You can just see the side of it there. But yeah, so Dino Park is just something that we decided to expand upon. We bought a few new diecasts for the railroad, and one of them is that Jurassic Park Jeep that you see right behind Owen Grady there. And then we added a couple of dinosaurs here. The idea behind Dino Park, as we expanded on it, is really just kind of our little shout out to our fandom of the Jurassic Park movies and the Jurassic World movies. And this park here is just supposed to be kind of a cheesy roadside attraction here is kind of the idea. If you've ever been to Pigeon Forge in Tennessee, they have a ride there called the Jurassic Jungle Boat Ride, I think, which is definitely kind of a cheesy take on on Jurassic Park. So that's kind of what this is kind of meant to be. It's just a little cheesy take on a roadside attraction. So yeah, so that's the first thing that we've expanded upon. The next thing is we did add some die casts here. So in addition to that Jurassic Park Jeep, you can see here we've got this Chevy Blazer that we just put near the worker here at the station. Okay, so that's just another little extra detail. And the next thing we did was added this Pico or Pico, however you pronounce it, I think it's Pico, building here. This is Union Station, and this is actually, we're using this as a town hall, and you can see we also created one of those little signs there for the town hall. What this used to be was a birdhouse. I think I've mentioned that in previous videos, and that birdhouse basically rotted away. It was basically G-scale. That's why we used it. My wife found it at some kind of a home goods store or something like that. Looked to be about G-scale, so she brought it home and we threw it in the Garden Railroad, called it the Town Hall. But then when it disintegrated, we got this Pico building here. Now, like I said, this is Union Station, and normally it would have two porticos off to the side because it's supposed to be used as a train station. But we're not using it as a train station, obviously, and so we're using those little porticos in another section of the railroad. But this is our town hall, so this is new. Now that Pico building, Union Station, cost about $270. Those Pico buildings are not cheap, but they're super high quality. The doors open, and you've got that little clock at the top is a watch, actually. You know, it came with the building, and it says Pico in there. We don't have it set because we just don't want to keep it running on time. That'd be kind of a pain. So it's just kind of sitting in there as a decoration. But those Pico buildings, definitely super high quality. The color goes all the way through the plastic. Hypothetically won't fade, and the buildings are super durable, super thick. Just one thing, and we've mentioned this before, but because we're talking about it, I'll mention it again. On those Pico buildings, if it comes with glue with each building kit, so you get like 3 tubes of glue. If you're going to use these buildings outside, do not use the glue that comes with the kit. Get the Pico Fix. It comes in a red container. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on the Pico site. You can find it on Only Trains. Lots of different sites you can see it. But definitely use that because that's the glue that's going to hold up outside. So yeah, so that's a new building there. And as we work our way around, we did plenty of new plants this year. We introduced these, I think they're dwarf oh darn, I can't remember the name of them. They're dwarf fir trees, and they will get big, but it'll take them years and years to get big. So we threw them in here just because they look like G-scale pine trees, and so we thought that they would make a good addition there. And as we work our way around here, here is the next new addition here. This is a cabin, again from Pico. This cost about $167, or about $170. And so this is supposed to be a dentist's cabin, but we're, again, not using it for its intended purpose. We're actually using it as a ranger station. So here we've got a little recreational area over here, and with the camping sites and all that. So we thought, hey, I think we need a ranger station here. And what really kind of spurred that on is, you can see here this vehicle. This is our third diecast that we bought. It's a little kind of a Jeep here, and it has this, to me it has this like kind of national park vibe to it. And so when I saw that, I'm like, oh, we gotta have to pair that up with a ranger station. That Jeep little insignia on the side actually says New York City Police. So it must be some kind of a New York City park vehicle, but you can't really tell. It still has kind of national park vibes to it. So we went ahead and did that. And then we also created that ranger station sign there out front. I'll explain how we made those signs in a couple of minutes, but we'll just continue around here. The other new thing that we did was we bought these little tents here. We bought these off of onlytrains.com. I think they're either Prem or Precer. They were about $20 a piece, and we just created those for additional campsites here to go with the other campsites we have here. We got the 2 or 3 trailers, and then this little campsite right here. So yeah, so that kind of fills in the recreational area a little bit. I do have figures on the way for those. We have some figures that, again, bought from onlytrains.com, or onlytrains, why do I say .com? I think it's kind of unnecessary, but Only Trains, and they're figures that are roasting hot dogs over a fire. So that should be kind of fun. Another building that we bought here, this little pair, this building here comes in a pair, so this is the first one. These are just little log cabins they're described as, again, Pico. They come in a 2-pack. You have to build them. They're very simple to build because there's only, I think, like, let's see, 6 pieces plus the door. And then, I don't know if you can notice it or not, but there's that little hobo fireplace there. It's getting kind of overgrown, so I should probably move that out. Let me move it out so you can see a little bit better. Not great, but you can probably see it a little bit better. Those are about, I think those are $14, those fires there. There's like a pot dangling off of a makeshift tripod, and it's over a fire. So yeah, so those are pretty cool. And then the other one we put here, we're kind of following our Bachmann Peter Witt, or Witt if you do the German pronunciation, streetcar here. We thought we'd run it while we were doing our update here. Yeah, so here's the other one right here. Just stuck in the corner here amongst these plants, kind of hidden away. So it's the second of the 2. Again, it's a 2-pack. They took about maybe 20 minutes each to put together, and again with the Pico Fix or Pico Fix glue, so that they hold together outside. And then we also got a little hobo fireplace for that too. Now over here, this is where our zoo is going to go. I keep talking about the zoo, and I'm still trying to find the right material for the walls and pens and things like that. So kind of still looking for the good material for that looks convincing enough. But anyway, these are the porticos, these gray things with these gray shelters with the picnic tables under them. Those are the porticos that came with the Union Station. Those would have been kind of like wings off of either end of that, either side end of the building, where the passengers hypothetically would wait. But we're using them here as picnic table shelters for our zoo. That's Dan's Burgers right in between there, another Pico building. So yeah, I think hopefully our project for the spring will be to kind of finalize this zoo space here. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for the new additions on the railroad. So we got, let's see, 3 new buildings, two big buildings, the town hall, the ranger station, and then this 2-pack of buildings here. Oh, you can see my shadow in the way there. Probably getting in the way. So yeah, so this is the progress that we've made. We have been running trains. We just haven't been doing a ton of recording this summer. So I'm going to try to make up for it here in the next month and a half or so. Maybe, you know, into October. Just a couple of other small projects that we did here. If you remember from our 4th of July run, we had some flags, a bunch of flags out kind of celebrating 4th of July. But we also made these little flag poles here for our municipal buildings here. So that flagpole is for our government building, which is our town hall. And then we have another flagpole here in front of our ranger station, because that's a federal building, I guess you would call a national park ranger station. So we get a flagpole there. And then way over here, we have one in front of the farm. Every farmhouse needs to have a nice flag, right? So these flagpoles, these flags just came off of, like, you know, the type of flags that you would, you know, you would buy in bulk, like on Amazon for a 4th of July celebration, whatever. You'd stick them in, you know, planters and whatnot, or maybe at a cemetery on Memorial Day. But I just took those flags off of the little sticks they came on, because the sticks weren't very tall, and then fastened them to a 1/4-inch dowel that we painted white, and then put the dowel into a base of epoxy resin as a base. You can't see it because it's buried under the stone. And yeah, it makes for quite a nice little flagpole. So you see here on the beer garden, on the maypole there, you can see that epoxy resin base. Same type of thing we did with flagpoles. Just made something nice and wide that will, you know, keep it from tipping over. And then basically just buried that under the stone. And then lastly, as far as the signs go, if you look at that town hall sign, we did the same style of sign here for Dino Park. You know, it's basically just a 2-post sign, you know, with a sign attached to it. And so we did 2 Dino Park signs, one on either end. Maybe you can see it over there now. The town hall sign, and then the ranger station sign. So what I was looking for was some material that I knew would withstand you know, the sun and just the weather and all that. So I couldn't really think of what to use. As I was wandering through Home Depot, I saw PVC trim for houses, and it's all white. You can paint it, you can glue it together with that PVC glue, and once that PVC glue puts 2 pieces of PVC together, you'll never get it apart. And so I bought some of that, and I basically just cut it into the pieces that you see here, 3 pieces, 2 posts, and, you know, the sign board. And yeah, and it went together real nice. And so I made those 4 signs, the 2 Dino Park, this ranger station, and the town hall. And hopefully, and I painted this one brown to match the cabin. I painted the Dino Park ones green just because that seems jungly. And then the town hall one I left white, just because that seems more formal for a town hall. As far as the, sorry, my camera keeps moving around, I'm kind of doing a handheld thing here. And then as far as the signage itself goes, like where it says town hall, I actually made those with my brother label printer. So I have a fairly nice, I label everything, cables, you know, all our boxes with our train stuff all labeled with that. The thing about that is that the label stock is designed to be waterproof and somewhat weather resistant. So I printed the labels. You can actually frame them, so you can see the frame on that Dino Park. It looks like a couple of arrows on either end. That all came right from the label printer, standard, you know, standard framing. And then you can see the town hall. It's got kind of like a black oval or rectangular with rounded edges over it. That came right off the printer. And then what I did was, after I printed off the labels, I laminated them with my Amazon $17 laminator, and to keep it like kind of extra waterproof or whatever. So I really just kind of expected them to last a year. And if they last a year, they'll be great, and I'll just make new ones next year. I'll keep the signs will be good because the signs are made of PVC. They should last for a long, long time. But if the lettering fades on the sign or whatever, I'll just print off new ones and relaminate them and put them on the sign. So I think that was a pretty good choice. Yeah, I'm gonna see what else I can do with that PVC. I think you can do quite a few kind of scale, you know, construction projects with that. So I think that's it for the update as we watch our Peter Witt streetcar go by us one more time. We'll be, like I said, we'll try to run some more trains over the next, well, whatever we have left of the summer. We'll get better about that.
Sure, Jan.
But otherwise, why don't we sit back and watch a couple of other trains run as we close out this video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.